them. They're about leveling the playing field, how you present yourself, really interesting for men as well as women. And most importantly, we're working to form circles. We have over 10,000 registered circles and many more unregistered. A circle is a peer group. It can be from high school, we have a bunch of those, all the way through the AARP is a member, but it's any group of people, men or women, 10 or so, who agree to meet once a month to support each other. The big program we'll be launching in January, so little preview for all of you, is actually with the National Girl Scouts and with the chapter for Northern California, which is we're going to start talking about banning bossy. I have a little sign somewhere. Ashley, can you hold up our little sign? There it is. You have one. Here, stand up. Stand up. We want to start talking. We'll be talking with the Girl Scouts to teachers, to parents, to girls, to managers and companies about not using the word bossy. About when you hear the word aggressive applied to a woman, think twice. Yes, sometimes women are too aggressive, but unless you believe that women are systematically, overwhelmingly more aggressive than men, which there's no data for and it's really hard to believe, you then have to believe that we are judging that same behavior so differently. So when you hear the word bossy, when you hear the word aggressive, you can pause and think. There's a man who works for me at Facebook. He came to me a bunch of months ago, and he started by saying, I didn't read your book, which is unusual way. As my friend Kim would say, holy career-limiting move. But leaving that aside, he said, but I have listened to all the things you've said. And we did our performance review cycle, and he got feedback that a woman who works for him at Facebook was too aggressive. So rather than write down too aggressive, he went back to the people who gave that feedback, men and women, and he said, I want to ask you, what did she do that was too aggressive specifically? And they answered. And then he said, if a man had done those exact same things, what would you have thought? And every single one of them thought about it and said, that wouldn't have been too aggressive at all. The premise of Lean In is that we can change this by talking about it more openly and more honestly than we ever have before. It's not always easy. It's not always easy for any of us, but we have no choice. Ashley Finch is here. She runs partnerships for Lean In. We've looked long and hard at all the leadership programs out there, and I'm here tonight because the Girl Scouts runs the best one. The best one. I'm glad these amazing women started the Daisy Troop, because otherwise I was going to have to find one and talk my daughter into it. And she's sick, so I was going to have to tell her she didn't want to do it, so then she would want to do it and all that. And they saved me all of that. We know that as a society, we can come together with all of you, with your amazing support of the Girl Scouts, and stop discouraging and start encouraging women to lead. So the next time you hear a little girl and someone calls her bossy, take a deep breath, put a big smile on your face, walk over to that person and say, that little girl's not bossy. That little girl has executive leadership skills. Thank you.